Hi all, welcome back to Beanie's Hobbies, and today we're going to be unboxing this Creality CR10-S. So yeah, let's get to it. There's always that one bit of tape. And that other piece of tape. There we go. Right, so this doesn't actually come with the printer, but it is a spare bed that I ordered for it. So we'll put that down to one side for the moment. So let's get into this and have a look. Looks kind of solid enough. Right, so I'm going to make a little bit more room on the table, and then we'll be back to start putting this thing together. Alright guys, I've got everything laid out here in front of me, ready to assemble. Looks pretty straightforward. This actually came with quite a lot of stuff. Obviously I went for the orange option. UK power plug, tools, spatula, I've got hundreds of them, spare tubing, spare parts, micro SD card. Oh, okay, they didn't do me. My bad, I'll take it back, Creality. They have actually given me some filament. Not as I need any, I've got loads, but you know, freebies are always good. So what I'm going to do, new printer, so I will have a nice set of fresh tools. Right, I'm probably going to be quiet when I'm assembling this, and what I will probably do is time lapse it for you guys, because if not you're going to be standing there about 3 hours watch me screw some screws in, and nobody wants to do that. Right, let me just get my tools ready. I don't know what a tip to make there for. It's the sort of day I'm having at the moment. Right, here we go. Let's start assembling this.
What I find easiest to do is just off the edge of my desk here, I can access the screws underneath. Always comes with the 4 bit of black screws are the ones you want, and I always use the largest of the Allen keys. I come down there, and the screws will just come in. Under the frame. Okay, now I'll have to do this on both sides of the printer. I'm going to over tighten because obviously don't want to strip the thread, but they also need to tighten so the frame doesn't wobble about. There you go. Right.
So that's one side done. And obviously we need to flip the machine around. And repeat that process on the other side. So I'll just get that done and I shall be right back. Right, okay, so while we're on this side of the printer, we might as well install this T bracket. There it is. Okay. Can't actually see what I'm recording. Right, T bracket will obviously just fit into the slot, but now with these you're going to need to make sure that these clips are on the back here. Obviously when you put them in and do them up, they spin and lock. If they don't spin and lock, it's just going to fall off. Okay, so once you've got this side on, I'm going to turn the printer around again. And the next job is going to be to install the bracket on the other side, but this is the one with the limiter switch on. Okay, so now we're going to have to install this on the other side. And yeah, same procedure again, so bear with me. Okay, now I've got that installed. Printer is all now together. Next job is obviously going to be to wire it all up. So now this printer doesn't actually come with a filament detection switch installed, but because Creality is so generous, they do supply you with one. Nice and easy to fit. It literally just, I say nice and easy to fit, and I'm being a complete and utter Timmy. Push fit straight on, that's it. Jobs are good. Now you don't have to install the filament detector if you don't want it, because the actual wire comes pre-installed with this circuit, which actually bypasses the filament detection, so you can run it without it. But of course I'm running it with it. All we have to do is just remove it. Now obviously don't throw this away, because obviously if you do want to use it without filament detection, you will need this to put back in line. So put it in the box. Okay, so next job is going to start wiring everything up, which is always fun. Let's just get the wires out of the back. Okay, so let's get the tube put in. These clips, you just need to push it back, push the tube in, pull the collar forward. Now if we're lucky, in the box, in the spares bag, I'll see they're supplied with some spare clips. If you guys haven't got any of these clips, just head over to Thingiverse and download and print yourself some. That does stop the tube from coming out. And if your tube comes out, well, that's the end of your print. Like I say, just clip that into place, job's done. Okay, next job, because I've assembled several of these now, I don't need the instructions. You watch, I'll assemble all this and none of it will work. Right, you're gonna have to bear with me, because I'm gonna have to do some jiggery pokery with this. Now obviously we need to connect the printer up to the back of the unit. It's quite self-explanatory. It'll only go around one way, because if you see, this plug has just got the 4 holes, which goes in the bottom port, and inside there's a raised bit, so this plug will only go in one way round. So push it in, screw it up, and the other plug, it's got several more than 4 holes. The same with this one. It's got a raised bit at the top, and you'll see on the plug it's got an indent. Push that all the way in, screw that up. Okay, now that's that for that part. Now the next job is to wire everything up, but I'm going to have to go around the other side to do this. So, right guys, just laid all the wires out so I could see what's what. I've still got them everywhere, but we'll make a start at wiring this up. Quite handy with Creality, they do put these little tags on, so you know what wire's what. Now these were Y, so these are for the back motor here.
Right, and so let's switch. Obviously put the switch first, and go into the okay, alright, I'll keep the wires neat and tidy down, as you see. I'll tidy that up. Let's just pop that back over there. And pop that back in there, okay, so that's that one. Next wire, we've got that neat. Here's the balance around this. Okay, there's the next wire. Move the rest of it, and this is the wires. Thanks.
Plug into the other motor. And when fitting these, you'll notice that one has got a flat edge and the other's got these two raised edges. Now the raised edges always point up where there's the gap. So the flat edge goes against the flat edge at the bottom, two raised ones into the top, so you can see they'll sit flush along the top. I don't know if you guys can see, but they'll sit somewhere like that. Okay, so what we've got left. Okay, this is the filament detector wire, which will obviously go straight into here where we installed that earlier on.
Okay, and now what we left with.
Right, so next job we just need to neaten some of these wires up a touch with some cable ties. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this and I'm going to run the cable underneath the machine so it's out of the way. Obviously when you zip tying your cables, obviously be careful which ones you zip tie. I can't zip tie this one down tight because this is the one that goes to the extruder or to the hot end, so I don't want to be zip tying that one down too tight. Same with the filament sensor wire, because that also needs to travel up and down. Actually most of these wires, apart from this one down here, need to be, and this one need to be relatively free to allow them to move. So I don't want to obviously zip tie anything to those. Also the same with the one for the bed. Just make sure I haven't trapped that. Which I haven't. So rarely, the only ones I want to just do are these two down here. Just put that. That's fine. Okay. That shall do for that. That's the cables all tidied. Next job, we need to get the spool holder onto the actual machine. Next job, comes with your thumb screws. Just fixes on top of the power box here, or actually your main control unit. It says it fits on top, but I'm being completely cock-handed. It's late in the day. There we go. Spool holder. Right, we're just going to fit this trim, if you want to call it that. As you can see, I've already pushed one piece in. Make sure you obviously feed it up behind the back of the gantry or you're going to be in a muddle. So yeah, this is quite straightforward. It's just a matter of pushing it into the grooves. There we are, finally complete. I mean, obviously you don't need to go as mad as what I did, but I've had lots extra, so I added a strip across the front, down the sides, around the front. So yeah, if you make a mistake, guys, it doesn't matter. You've got loads of extra, and I've still got some left. Yeah, quite like the orange. It's better than just staring at a plain old black printer. Anyway, so it's all wired up, everything's done. Next option is to obviously choose the bed. I've got 3 options. I can also use the glass bed that it came with. I've got the magnetic bed, as well, or I also have another glass bed. I might go with this option because I know these work really well. Yeah, so the next job is obviously going to be get this on. Luckily I do supply you some bulldog clips, 4 of the clips, so we can clip it in place. So let's get that on, and then we can get the printer into position and get it fired up and get the bed leveled. Right, she's in her spot next to the 5 Plus and the 5. So the next job is going to be fire this up, but before we fire that up, I want to lower the bed down as far as it will go, because obviously I don't want to risk damaging the glass bed if the nozzle happened to go all the way down and through it, because that would be a complete and utter fail. So let's just lower this down as far as it will go. Like so, because we've got to level the bed anyway, so there. Right, so it's all up and running, so I'm going to level the bed. And this machine has actually got a bed auto leveling. I mean, there's no sensor fitted to this, but it is going to help move the machine to the right spots for me. Now we all know how to bed level, of course. Just a sheet of paper underneath the nozzle and raise it up. I mean, there's obviously no way near, because I wound it all the way down, so bear with me while I wind it all the way back up again. There we go. Alright, that's the bed levelling complete. I'm happy with that. So now what we've got to do is obviously just do a print. So yeah guys, that's it for the Creality CR10-S assembly. It's all together. I shall keep you informed of how it print, and at some point I will do a time lapse for this so you guys can actually see it printing. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, catch you peeps later. Well, it's been a couple of days now and I've had this printer running. Haven't had any issues at all whatsoever. As you can see at the moment, printing quite a nice, decent sized Iron Man bust. Good bed adhesion. Yeah, quite pleased with this printer so far. It's very, very basic, but it works. I've actually already printed the Iron Man helmet. Yeah, good quality. Very, very pleased with it.